welcome to the Soap Dish, where we dish about the soaps. Today is Monday, May 2nd, and we are talking about General Hospital. I know I didn't do a video for Friday. I think it was just Friday. I missed last week, guys. I was sick. I'm still, like, I have moments where I get like these bursts of energy, and it's like, I'm all better. And then I talk for 20 minutes, and my voice starts to decline. And I feel like that might be what happens in this video, because I did my Beyond the Gates video first. And I can already feel like a difference. But I got my water right here, got some tea right here. Um, but I may be rushing through this. I didn't take the best notes. I'm just trying to like get everything done, and it's just a lot to juggle. But I appreciate you guys being patient with me and understanding, and still, standing by, and still being on this crazy ass ride with me. Like, if you guys don't watch, then there's no point in me recording. So I like the relationship that we have, and I appreciate you, and I hope that you don't feel one-sided or that I take you for granted, because it couldn't be further from the truth. Speaking of which, let me take a sip of my water. Just water and ice, no vodka today. No, I'm kidding. At what time? Alright, so we start with Lulu and Dante. Don't care about Lulu. She just makes me mad. That's the only emotion she's able to get from me. At first she's excited because Dante has said he loves her too. And she's like, oh, where we about to be together then? Fuck Sam. Even though I'm walking around with her body. Organs. But Dante's like, nah, I love you, but not like that, and I still love Sam too, and it's just too much, too soon. And Lulu was like, well, what the fuck? How dare Maxie even tell you? She had no right to tell you what I confided in her. I was like, really? Really, bitch? Really? But you want to tell Brooklyn's secret? And again, y'all, I'm not the biggest fan of this Brooklyn. I like the real Brooklyn. I deal with this Brooklyn. I deal with her, but I don't like mess with her. But Lulu was wrong. And the story is poorly written. Lulu should be, if Lulu wants to tell Dante, she should want to tell him his revenge. She should be mad because he lied to her their whole marriage about Brooklyn. She should not still be in love with him because he betrayed her. The way Nicole was talking to Ted on Beyond the Gates, even though it's not exactly the same thing, that's how Lulu should have been talking to Dante. But whatever. Alright, Carly comes by. Lulu and Dante go back and forth. Carly comes by just walking up into people's houses. That's Carly does. I love her, but damn, girl. Lulu, after Dante leaves, and, Carly knows about the baby and everything because Lulu told her. But she can't keep a fucking secret. Brooklyn, I did appreciate that Lulu threw in Carly's face that part of all this angst was that, she had Brooklyn trying to break them up. I appreciate that because that's real history. Let's use that. Carla's like, yeah, I know, I did some shit back in the day, but what you want? Ultimately, Lulu uses Jason as an example, and when she talks about Michael, and then Carly talks about Robin telling the truth, then Lulu just wants like, what if it was Jason? You wouldn't tell Jason if he had a child? And then Carly's like, all right, you got me, yeah, I would. Which is going to be interesting to see when it comes out that Sasha's carrying Michael's baby that Jason knew and didn't tell him. I wonder if we're going to finally have like that big fracture in Carly and Jason's relationship. I don't really want that because Carly's going to need Jason when she found out how horrible this fake Brennan is. But Carly was like, fine, you know what, do what you do. You just really need to be honest with yourself. Are you doing this for the right reason, or are you doing it because you want to be the one to tell him before Brooklyn can? Because Carly understands those mixed motives and being nasty. She understands because, that's a lot of, it's in Carly. So I appreciated that. Tracy and Lois. Lois killed me being, not Lois. Tracy killed me being so snarky at Lois, but she was so understanding with Brooklyn. It's like, girl, like, I thought, what? Like, how do you go from being empathetic to a bitch in, like, 2 seconds? And I was like, oh, that's what Tracy do, so. I don't like that Tracy is so suspicious, thinking that Brooklyn should have kept the baby. Lois should have encouraged Brooklyn to keep the baby, because she supported Lulu having that abortion. I'm confused. Are you saying you only value babies to be born that are Quartermains? Because I thought you kind of looked at Lulu as an honorary Quartermain. You was with her daddy. It's making Tracy not look that great to me. But I do understand Tracy being bothered by it. It is a shock. but she's doing too much. But that is very much part of Tracy's character, to do too much. Lois got me when she brought up Dylan, because we know Dylan, we saw more of Tracy back then than we saw of Dylan and him growing up, which we know they aged him up and brought in Scott Clifton and play him, which I actually like Dylan. I like the first Dylan when they recast him, Robert something. He was like a singer person in real life. I don't feel like he had enough story to like him or not. They didn't really give him the same depth that he had when he was younger. But I really like Dylan and Georgie when they were together. But yeah, Tracy didn't raise Dylan. I don't know who raised Dylan. Paul? I don't feel like Paul didn't raise him either. I really don't know who raised Dylan. Alright, we have Willow and walking in on Carly and Nina. As we all knew, Carly played that shit off fast. Like, I was just here to see the kids and to rub it into your face what Drew did. Willow, they go back and forth as we would expect. She said, Willow does say that she didn't see Michael, and Carly's happy. It's like, oh, or at least he wised up, just like you wised up to Drew. Then, after Carly storms out, Willow is like, you don't need to talk to my mother about my kids. When you want to see my kids, you let me know. You go through me. And Carly could have been more snarky, but she kind of played it down because she knew why she was really there. So I appreciate that. Because I know Carly loved the kids. I don't know why I don't fuck with them kids. But she loved her grandbabies. But that's why she loved Avery so much. Because that's her granddaughter. That's Morgan's child. But, I don't even know where I was going with that. I just like, ooh, let me talk about that. Anytime I talk about Carly being a grandmother, I got to bring up Avery. All right. Willow says to Nina, Drew and her are not like her and Michael. They don't keep secrets. She knows him inside and out. I was like, do you know that he knows your mother the same way, girl? Because, but she was very much, Mommy, am I being stupid? And Nina was like, yes, you're being very dumb. But she believes Drew. And, like, he's telling the truth, so I hate that Nina and Portia really think they was doing the right thing. Like, yes, Drew ain't shit, but, like... And I guess maybe they think it's better because the prostitute didn't actually have sex with him, just drugging him, but, like... Franco did that to Sam, right? Like, I don't know. I just feel like it's pretty much the same thing. Making someone believe they were sexually assaulted and sexually assault them is the same thing. And it's not consensual because they drugged him. We have Drew and Mac. Drew remembers seeing Tracy, but he downplays it to Mac. I've been saying downplay a lot. He plays it off to Mac and says, nah, he didn't remember. He stopped Mac from having the cops pull the security footage. I was like, oh, we got security footage? What is that? Because they'll never be having security footage. I guess he wants to confront Tracy and try to, like, use it as blackmail or leverage. Dina and Drew's trying to figure out where he went that night. Dina's like, check your GPS. Maybe that'll tell you. He shows that he was at the hospital. Is just his phone was at the hospital? Or, like, what? I don't remember that. But I'll also be watching this on YouTube, so I may have just missed something. Alright, let me actually not say that yet. So Brad goes to Portia and was like, I figured out what you did, so our situation's about to change again. You had me get that ketamine, you did this to Drew. And Portia, I don't like seeing her so sneery, but I also don't like her like a whimpering victim, so whatever. But she threatened Brad and was like, no, I didn't do anything, you did that. You took that ketamine. Is everybody gonna believe, an ex-con or me? And I was like, girl, probably the ex-con, because what is Brad's motive? Like, his story is actually very plausible and very believable. But she bluffed him. And then, what I was going to say before I skip, Brad had Marco and Lucas were having, like, a little vending machine lunch date. I got mad when Lucas walked in that office, because from the camera angles on YouTube, I couldn't see if that was Lucas's office, but I got mad when I saw that, in my opinion, Lucas had an office. I was like, I remember when TJ had an office, and then I remembered, like, TJ exists. Y'all, I told you I'd be watching the shows on Roku. I got to see Taggart. I got to see the original Trina. No shade to the new Trina, but I like Sydney too. It was nice to see her. Cam, Britt was there today trying to seduce. Well, she successfully seduced Julian, but it was so good to see Britt. But anyway, Brad saw Marco and Lucas on their little lunch date, vending machine date. And then he went straight to Drew and was like, yo, I can tell you what happened to you, how much you gonna pay me. And my only note I wrote for that was like, damn, Brad, that was quick. Because I think we all knew that that's what Brad was gonna do. But I didn't expect it to be so quick. All right. Danny finds Rocco passed out because he was playing a drinking game with some other people while Danny was playing volleyball with the girls. He takes them to, he gets Gio. Well, let me look at my notes. All right. Danny gets Gio to help him. They take Danny back to the boathouse. Gio's looking for Rocco's phone in case somebody calls so he can cover for him. And he's like, oh, I'll go back to the beach. I'll leave you here. Just stay. Like, you couldn't wait 10 minutes for Danny to get back with the drinks and shit. But all right. And in the meantime, Cody found Rocco in the boathouse and realized he was drunk, but was like, his breathing won't right. So they took him to the hospital. And then I guess at some point he called Dante and Lulu and they showed up. And Dante is pretty much blaming Gio. And we all know that's to put tension between them. Because before they had a good relationship, we need Dante and Gio to have a bad relationship so he can like lash out at him. So then when he found out it's his son, it's not just like, oh, daddy. Meanwhile, at the beach, Josh and Gio, and well, this is before earlier, Emma realized her USB drive is gone. Josh and Gio help her look for it. Josh is that kind of fake friend, the kind of person that'll steal your shit and help you look for it. That's fucked up. But then she fake found it, gave it back to her. Emma was so grateful. She was like, thank you so much, you saved me. Josh starts feeling guilty, and she's like, yo, Emma, I just need you to know, if you don't get this internship, it's not the end of the world. You have other ideas. Vaughn is watching. He's shaking his head. He mad. He's like, you giving yourself away. Out of that old scene, my biggest thing was like, Emma looked good with her hair curly. And wet. Like, you know, like when someone's hair is naturally curly, when they get it wet, it curls up and then they straighten it. And I don't know why people do that. Well, I can't judge nobody for their hair. I keep my hair braided up under this wig. And a lot of people think because you wear wigs mean you don't have hair. I have quite a bit of hair, actually. But I think, like, to me, Laura Wright, like Carly, she looks better with her hair curly. Like, naturally, following this natural curl pattern. Emma today, I think, oh, she looks so much prettier to me with her hair curly. So, I don't know. I wish she would, like, wear it like that more often. It would be easier and quicker. Well, I can't say that. Lord, having curls is not always that quicker. You gotta have your whole routine with all your products and shit. But it'd be better for you to put all that heat on it to straighten it. And there's so much more body in it. Alright, let's see. That might be it. Well, yeah, 13 minutes. That should be it. I was trying to be like 5 minutes. Alright, so that's all I got. Thank you guys so much for all your patience and bearing with me and watching. And it was decent. I guess it's sweeping a little bit, but I'm definitely more impressed with Beyond Gates than I was GH today. But that's most days lately. I'm still happy, you know, to be in the world of Port Charles. You know, I love the show. Even when I don't like it, I love it. But I'm going to stop talking now so I can go make this dinner because it's almost 9 o'clock. Live long and prosper.